All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome into Jammin' Sports on this Friday. We have an NFL doubleheader for you tonight. It'll be the Seahawks and the Cardinals, and that'll be followed by the Rams and the Raiders. We'll talk more about the Rams and the Raiders when we come back. We'll talk more about the Rams and the Raiders when we get to that game. This game coming up, Seattle and Arizona. Seattle is 11-3. They're in first place in the NFC West. They have they came into this week with a 2-game lead on the 49ers. The 49ers beat the Saints. So they're now a game and a half back. If Seattle wins this game, they'd be 2 games up on the 49ers with 1 game to go. So that means Seattle would win the division. The Seahawks win the division if they beat the Cardinals here tonight. If they don't, and then that sets up a winner-take-all game between the Seahawks and the 49ers next week. But first things first, we have the Seahawks and the Cardinals. The Cardinals come in at 3-11, the worst place team in the NFC. They have the worst record in the NFC, and just playing for pride here tonight. Now, they played a few weeks ago in Seattle, and the Seahawks had to come back to win that game. It was a closer game than everybody anticipated. All right, let's head out to State Farm Stadium, Glendale, Arizona for this one. Evil Dead, by the way, is 114-76, 38 games over 500. If Evil Dead gets both these games right tonight, he's at 40 over 500. All right, let's head out to Glendale here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into State Farm Stadium, Glendale, Arizona. It's the Seahawks and the Cardinals. And welcome into another NFL matchup here at Jammin' Sports. Evil Dead has got the Seahawks in this one. No surprise there. Seattle at 11-3, Arizona at 3-11. The first half of our doubleheader tonight in the desert. On this Friday, great to have you along. Seattle will kick off. The Cardinals will get the ball first. We're underway. From the 3-yard line on the return for Arizona. Bringing it out is Dwayne Dawson out to the 28-yard line. And that's where the Cardinals will take over, 1st and 10. Led by their starting quarterback, Will Howard, the rookie out of Ohio State. The first overall pick in the draft during the offseason. Doubleheader tonight. We'll have the Rams and Raiders from Vegas after this. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Cardinals will get the ball first. Cardinals come out. Howard under center. 1st and 10. Howard hands off to Kylan Johnson, and Johnson picks up a yard to the 29-yard line. Wes Cochran on the tackle, the linebacker, the rookie out of Cincinnati, and that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Kylan Johnson in his 7th year out of Tennessee. The former Giant running back. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Cardinals at their own 29. 4 receivers set wide. 3 to the far side. Howard in the gun. Howard looking. Howard throws quickly underneath. And it's caught by Jamison Keeley out to the 39-yard line. A gain of 10 and a Cardinal first down. If the Cardinals somehow upset Seattle today, then next week the Seahawk 49er game will be for the division title. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Howard in the gun. Howard back. Howard looking. Throws downfield. Incomplete. Overthrew his intended receiver. who's looking for Silas Bolden down the sideline. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 39-yard line. 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Cardinals come out 4 wide. Howard in the gun. Howard to Johnson. And Kylan Johnson makes his way to the 42-yard line. That'll be a gain of 3. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. So the Cardinals face a 3rd down conversion here with 6:45 and counting. Here in the first quarter, no score. Opening drive of the ball game. Howard in the shotgun on 3rd and 7. Howard draws back, and he's going to get sacked back at the 37-yard line. Jacob Green on the sack, a loss of 5 yards. The 11th year defensive end out of California, Berkeley. And the Cardinals will have to punt. It'll be 4th and 12 at their own 37. Derek White will come on to punt. The 9th year punter out of Notre Dame. White gives the punt away. And this will be caught at about the 13-yard line and brought back out to the 20 on the return. Blake Gibson, the 5th year receiver out of Rutgers. So the Seahawks will take over now, 1st and 10. Led by their starting quarterback, Devin Wade, in his 8th year out of Texas. The Seahawks, if they win, not only do they wrap up the NFC West, they also wrap up the number 1 seed in the NFC by virtue of the Giants losing yesterday. Can't believe the Eagles beat the Giants, but they did. 1st and 10 Seahawks from the 20-yard line. Wade under center, 1st and 10. Wade to Gilbert. And Terry Gilbert tries to get outside. Picks up 3. Out to the 23-yard line, bring up 2nd and 7. 5:45 and counting here in the first quarter. On 2nd down, everybody in tight. Wade under center. Wade fakes the handoff, looks downfield, throws deep, caught underneath by Marcus Clay out to the 41-yard line, a gain of 18 yards, and that'll be a 1st down for the Seahawks. I'll get it out. I was doing some quick math in my head. 1st and 10 Seattle. They have it at their own 41-yard line. 5:22 and counting. Here in the first quarter, no score. The Cardinals had to punt on their opening possession. Seahawks come out. Wade in the shotgun. Wade to Gilbert. And Gilbert, no gain, gets back to the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, number 56, Robert Walls in his 11th year out of Nebraska. Easy for me to say. It'll be 2nd and 10. 4 wide for Seattle, but in tight. Wade in the shotgun. Wade to Gilbert. And Gilbert pushes his way out to the 49-yard line. Yeah, I need to breathe. A gain of 9. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 1. 4:25 and counting. Here in the first quarter. 3rd and 1, 4 wide. Wade under center. Wade to Gilbert, right up the gut. Easy 1st down, out to the 43-yard line. A gain of 8. 1st down Seahawks into Cardinal territory. As we're coming up on 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Seattle's opening drive after the Cardinals had to punt. 4 wide, 1st and 10. From the Cardinal 43. Wade, play action. Wade looking. He's going to throw deep. He's got a man back of the end zone, but too far, incomplete. Broken up by Thompson, number 25. Raina Thompson, the former Giant in his 12th year out of Nebraska. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 43-yard line. The receiver was beyond the end line. It would have been no good anyway. 2nd and 10 from the 43-yard line. Wade under center. Wade to Gilbert. Nope, play action, looking. Wade's going to take off. And Wade, big gain, slides down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 16 for Devin Wade. 8th-year quarterback out of Texas. Seattle now to the Cardinal 27-yard line. 3 receivers to the far side. Wade in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Wade to Gilbert. And Gilbert down to the 23, a gain of 4 before Raina Thompson comes up and makes the tackle. It'll bring up 2nd and 7 from the 23-yard line. Excuse me. On 2nd down, everybody in tight. Wade, play action. Throws to the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for Dustin Singer, number 89, the rookie tight end out of UAB. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Seahawks at the Cardinal 23-yard line. 4 wide for Seattle. Wade in the shotgun on 3rd down. Wade looking. Rolls out. He's going to take off. And Wade down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 9. 1st and 10 at the Cardinal 14-yard line. The for sale sign went up today. Sorry to hear that. 1st and 10 Seahawks from the Cardinal 14-yard line. Wade looking. Throws underneath. Caught by Rupert Jones, the tight end, out to the 4-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 9. It's going to be 2nd in inches. It's a long drive for Seattle. Down to the Cardinal 4-yard line. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. No score, but Seattle on the doorstep. 5 wide for the Seahawks. Wade in the shotgun on 2nd down. Wade looking, throws a fade, incomplete. No, he caught it. On the deflection. Colby Walker. It was deflected by Burham right into the hands of Colby Walker for a touchdown. I didn't see Walker caught it, but he caught it. A 4-yard touchdown catch by Colby Walker in the back corner of the end zone. They might review that. But for right now, the Seahawks lead at 6-0. Durham, deflected it right to Walker. The extra point by Davison, no review. Kick is up and good. Seahawks lead at 7-0. 1:45 left to play here in the first quarter. Live from State Farm Stadium, Glendale, Arizona, right outside of Phoenix. Week 15 here at Jammin' Sports. We have the Rams and the Raiders after this. We'll head up to Vegas for that one. The Raiders can actually catch the Jets for the best record in the AFC if they win today. There's the kickoff. From the 5-yard line on the return, bringing it back, Dwayne Dawson out to the 27-yard line. And that's where Arizona will have it 1st and 10. Will Howard comes back out. Seattle up 7-0. If the Seahawks win, the 49ers are a wild card. They'll be locked in as a wild card. And the Seahawks will win the NFC West if they win today. On 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line, Howard in the shotgun. Howard back, throws, dumps it off. Coming across, making the catch, Kylan Johnson out of the backfield. Injury timeout. One of the linemen got shaken up. And that'll be a gain of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. $1:39 left to play here in the first quarter. Seattle up 7-0. Roof is open today. It's a nice day Here in December in the desert, it's about 74 degrees outside. Howard under center on second down. Howard to Johnson around the outside, and Kylan Johnson picks up 2, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Caleb Hamilton on the tackle, the 7th-year defensive tackle out of Miami, and he got shaken up. He'll go to the sideline. That'll stop the clock with 1:35 left here in the first quarter. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Cardinals. Big third down for Arizona, 4 wide. Howard in the shotgun. Howard draws back. Howard looking. In trouble now, and he gets sacked. Back at the 26-yard line. A loss of 3 yards on the sack. And making the sack is Morgan McCoy, the 8th-year defensive end out of San Jose State. It'll be 4th down for the Cardinals. They'll have to punt again. The Cardinals are 3-11 coming in, the worst record in the league. They're not that good. Derek White back to punt. Gets the punt away. From the 28-yard line on the return is, who is that? Number 83. That's Gibson on the return. Out to the 32-yard line. 1:02 left in the first quarter. Seattle up 7-0. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. Devin Wade comes back out to lead the offense. Seahawks come out 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade looking. Throws downfield. Caught. Making the catch. Blake Gibson out to the 43-yard line. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. .45 seconds left. Four wide for the Seahawks. Wade under center. Wade fakes the handoff, throws downfield, and it's caught by Rupert Jones out to the 41. A gain of a yard. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Dave Hollis on the tackle, the 2nd-year defensive back out of Dartmouth. It'll be 3rd and 2 from the 41-yard line. 4 wide for Seattle. Wade under center on 3rd down. Wade fakes the handoff, throws deep, and it's knocked down. Broken up. Owen Gregory, the 4th-year safety out of Central Florida, broke up the pass. And that'll bring up 4th and 2. With just a few seconds left, Seattle will punt. Cochran back to punt. Gets the punt away. And that's going to go into the end zone. That's the end of the first quarter. Seattle up 7-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to State Farm Stadium, Glendale, Arizona. We go to the second quarter. Seattle up 7-0 on the Cardinals. It'll be 1st and 10 for Arizona at their own 20-yard line. Seattle wraps up the NFC West with a win today. 4 wide for the Cardinals. Howard under center. Howard hands off to Kylan Johnson, who goes nowhere. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll be 2nd and 10. Seahawks are right there. On 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Howard in the shotgun. Howard draws back. Looking, throws deep. And he has a man. That's James Swan, the tight end. And Swan in for the touchdown. An 80-yard touchdown catch by James Swan, the 4th-year tight end out of Louisville. For a big man, he showed some speed. The former Raven. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying it up. Logan Ford will come on for the extra point. That was an 80-yard touchdown catch. Ford for the PAT. Kick is up, and it's good. We're tied at 7. That was a quick drive by Arizona. We're tied at 7 with 7:27 left to play here in the first half. Next week, Seattle will host San Francisco. And if the Seahawks lose that game, or this game, then that game next week against the 49ers will be for the division title. Arizona will host the Redskins next week to wrap up the regular season. Misty says hi. Logan Ford will kick off. From the 4-yard line on the return, Blake Gibson over the 20, 25, and Gibson out to the 28-yard line. And that's where Seattle will have it, 1st and 10. Devin Wade comes back out to lead the offense. $7:22 left in the first half. Four wide for the Seahawks, but in tight. Wade under center. Wade hands off to Gilbert, and Gilbert doesn't get far. Only gets a yard out to the 29-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 9. Well, if the Seahawks lose this game, I know what the Sunday night game is going to be next week. San Francisco at Seattle. 2nd and 9 from the 29-yard line. Wade in the shotgun. Wade hands off to Gilbert, and Gilbert out to the 33-yard line. A gain of 4. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Terry Gilbert, the 8th-year running back out of Texas. Big 3rd down for Seattle. 3 to the near side. Wade in the shotgun. Wade drops back. Wade looking, throws, caught, making the catch. Colby Walker all the way out to the 43 of the Cardinals. 23 yards for Colby Walker, the 4th-year receiver out of Boise State. First down, Seahawks. Misty has given me a weather update. It's raining outside. It's been raining all day here in Nashville today. We've had thunderstorms today, this afternoon. Everybody in tight, 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Wade throws a swing pass to Blake Gibson. Only gets a yard out to the 41-yard line. James Granger comes up and gets the tackle. The 9th-year safety out of Texas. Excuse me. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 41-yard line. 4 wide for Seattle. Wade in the shotgun. 2nd and 9. Wade fakes the handoff. Throws down the middle. Caught by Gibson. And Blake Gibson down to the 12-yard line. A gain of 29 to Blake Gibson. First down, Seattle. The 5th-year receiver out of Rutgers, which is right down the road from where Evil Dead lives. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Seahawks in field goal range, trying to retake the lead. 4 receivers wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade draws back, looking, throws outside, caught by Walker, steps out of bounds at the 9. A gain of 3 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 7. That'll stop the clock with 5:07 left here in the first half. Clock is running down to 5 minutes. Wade in the shotgun, a back on either side. Hands off to Gilbert. And Gilbert gets a yard to the 8-yard line. Make it a 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 5. Coming up to make the tackle, number 28, Jordan Burham, in his 9th year out of Marshall. 3rd and 5 from the 8-yard line. Big 3rd down for Seattle here. Wade in the shotgun. Wade looking, throws, caught by Kobe Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. An 8-yard touchdown catch by Kobe Walker. And the Seahawks retake the lead, 13-7. Nice drive by Seattle to answer that Cardinal touchdown. And now coming on for the extra point will be Tom Davison, the 12th-year kicker out of UCLA. Nice drive by Seattle. And now the extra point. Tom Davison. Kick is up. And it's good, but a flag is down. So hold the phones. Running into the kicker. Seattle will probably just take the extra point and take the penalty on the kickoff. It's probably what they'll do. The kickoff from like the 50-yard line, I think. Yep. 14-7 Seattle with 4:28 left here in the first half. You might be wondering, why did they make it half the distance to the goal line and go for 2? Because the rules are different now. There's 2 separate lines of scrimmage if you kick the extra point or if you go for 2. So once you go for 1, you're committed to that. There's the kickoff from the 50-yard line. And unsurprisingly, goes out of the end zone. Touchback. And the Cardinals would take over from the 30 with 4:28 left in the half. Down 14-7. Like, if you go for 2 and you get penalized and you get backed up 10 yards, well, you have to go for 2 again. You can't change your mind and kick the extra point. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. 3 receivers to the far side. Now 5 wide, empty backfield. Howard in the shotgun. Howard back. Howard looking. Throws outside. Incomplete. Silas Bolden dropped it. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Bolden, the rookie out of Texas, he had a first down. He just dropped it. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. Been a rough year for Arizona. 3 receivers to the far side. Howard in the shotgun. Howard draws back. Throws near side. And that's caught. Making the catch, number 80, James Swan, the tight end. A 9-yard gain out to the 39-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 1. Stops the clock. Now it runs. 4:17 left here in the first half. Howard under center. Howard to Kylan Johnson. And Johnson out to the 45, a gain of 6 yards. And that'll be an Arizona first down. The former Giant, Kylan Johnson. He went to Houston for a season. Now he's on the Cardinals. 1st and 10 for the 45-yard line. 4 wide. Howard under center. Howard fakes the handoff. Throws outside. Caught on the sideline. Making the catch. That's Dwayne Dawson. Out to the Seahawk 37-yard line. 18-yard gain. First down, Cardinals. Nice footwork on the sideline by Dwayne Dawson, the 8th-year receiver out of Alabama. 3:41 left to play. Howard under center, 1st and 10. Howard looking. Outside, caught. Making the catch. That's Riley Aaron, the rookie tight end out of Arizona. A gain of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. At the Seahawk 34-yard line. Cardinals trying to tie it up before halftime. Cardinals played the Seahawks very close in Seattle a few weeks ago. But Seattle won. 2nd and 6. Howard looking. Howard throws, caught, and dropped by James Swan. And that'll bring up 3rd and 6. It was just a couple of weeks ago. Let me find it. Arizona at Seattle. It was back in week 11. Seattle held on to win 16-10. They had to come from behind to win that game. On 3rd and 6. Howard back. Throws outside. Caught by Johnson. And Kylan Johnson down to the 25. A gain of 9. Picks up the first down for the Cardinals. Keeps the drive alive. 1st and 10 from the Seahawk 25. Arizona in field goal range. Cardinals come out. 3 to the near side. 1st and 10. Howard in the shotgun. Howard draws back. Throws deep to the end zone. Silas Bolden. Touchdown. Cardinals. A 25-yard touchdown catch by the rookie out of Texas, Silas Bolden. He had a step, and Howard threw a picture-perfect pass. Some teams just play other teams tough, regardless of their record. And now Logan Ford will come on for the extra point to tie this one up. Nice drive by the Cardinals to answer the Seahawk touchdown. Kick is up, and it's good. We're tied at 14. 2:27 left to play here in the first half. Live from State Farm Stadium, Glendale, Arizona. Week 15 here at Jammis Sports. LA Rams and the Las Vegas Raiders are up next. We'll be in Vegas for that one. The Raiders can wrap up, well, actually tie the Jets for the number 1 seed. See, the Jets in the conference are 9-2, and the Raiders are 8-3. On the return on the kickoff is Gibson out to the 24-yard line. If the Raiders do tie the Jets have the tiebreaker, better conference record. So the Jets would still be the number 1 seed. We'll talk more about that game when we get there. 1st and 10 for the 24-yard line. Wade under center. Hands off to Gilbert up the middle, and Gilbert a big gain. Terry Gilbert 8 yards out to the 32-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 2. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning here in the first half. In fact, it'll probably come up here in just a second. I don't think they'll get this play off. 4 wide for the Seahawks, but we hit the 2-minute warning here at State Farm Stadium, Glendale, Arizona. The roof is open. It's a beautiful day outside. We're tied at 14. Wade in the shotgun, 2nd and 2. Wade draws back. Wade going to take off, and Wade out to the 41-yard line, a gain of 9. First down, Seattle. Both teams still have 3 timeouts. Neither team using them yet. We're down to 1:40 left in the half. 4 wide for Seattle. Wade in the shotgun. Wade back. Wade throws downfield. Caught. Nope, incomplete. Looking for Gibson, and that was broken up by Jordan Burham, the defensive back. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 41-yard line. 1:31 left to play. I can't talk today. I don't know what it is. 4 wide on 2nd and 10. Wade in the shotgun. Wade draws back. Throws near side. A screen pass down the sideline is Gilbert, and he's out of bounds at the Cardinal 46. A gain of 13 into Cardinal territory. He gets out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:26 left. Excuse me. On 1st and 10, Wade in the shotgun. Wade draws back. Throws down the middle. Caught by Gibson. And Gibson all the way down to the 18. Blake Gibson. 28 yards. First down, Seattle at the Cardinal 18-yard line. And the Seahawks are in field goal range. Perfect pass to Gibson right down the middle. Neither team has taken a timeout yet. We're down to 1:05. 1st and 10 Seahawks from the Cardinal 18-yard line. 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade back. Wade looking. He's going to take off again. And Wade slides at the 10-yard line. A gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. And Seattle takes a timeout with 38 seconds left in the half. It'll be 2nd and 2 from the 10. And the Seahawks still have 2 more timeouts left here in the first half. On 2nd and 2, 5 wide, empty backfield. Wade looking, throws coming across, and incomplete. Tried to get it to Marcus Clay. He was hammered coming across the middle, incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd and 2 from the 10-yard line. 35 seconds left in the half. 4 wide for Seattle. Wade in the shotgun. Wade draws back, throws to the end zone. It's knocked down, incomplete. Hollis knocks it down, number 29, Dave Hollis. And it'll be 4th down, and Seattle will kick the field goal. This will be a 27-yard attempt by, no, they're going to go for it. Wow, okay. 4th and 2. Gutsy call. They have 2 timeouts. Wade back. Wade throws. Incomplete. Wow. I like the call, but the play call could have been better. That was not a very well executed play. And Seattle comes up empty. The Seahawks will get the ball first in the second half. 29 seconds left. Arizona has 3 timeouts. They'll start from their own 10-yard line. We're tied at 14. The 3 and 11 Cardinals playing the 11 and 3 Seahawks very close. We're tied up. 4 wide. Howard in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Howard back. It's a blitz. Gets it out to Johnson. And Kylan Johnson 5 yards out to the 15-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 5. Neither team has taken a timeout. They might just go to half. I think they're just going to go to halftime. And there it is, half time. Seattle 14, Arizona 14, here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to State Farm Stadium, Glendale, Arizona. We get set to start the second half. The 11 and 3 Seahawks and the 3 and 11 Cardinals. We're tied at 14. Seattle will get the second half kickoff. It'll be fielded at the 3-yard line, bringing it back. Number 85, Alton Bruce, the rookie out of Auburn, out to the 29-yard line. And that's where the Seahawks will have it 1st and 10. Again, if Seattle wins, they wrap up the NFC West title, and they wrap up the number 1 seed in the NFC. Four wide for the Seahawks. 1st and 10 from their own 29. Wade in the shotgun. Wade to Gilbert, and Gilbert plows forward out to the 36, a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd and 4. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead. Misty's here. Say hi, Misty. The Guru is here. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the 36-yard line. Everybody in tight. Wade under center. Wade to Gilbert again. And this time Gilbert picks up 2 yards out to the 37-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 2. Big 3rd down right here. Everybody in tight on 3rd down. Wade under center. Wade to Gilbert, and Gilbert picks up the first down. A 4-yard gain out to the 41-yard line. First down, Seahawks. The 8th-year back out of Texas, Terry Gilbert. 6:50 and counting here in the third quarter. Seattle comes out in the I formation. Wade under center. Wade to Gilbert again. And Gilbert out to the 47, a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd and 5. We're getting a steady dose of Terry Gilbert here in the third quarter. 3rd and 5 from the Seahawk 47-yard line. Seahawks come out. Wade under center. Wade to Gilbert again. And Gilbert picks up a yard to the 48. Make it a 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 3 for Seattle. As we're coming up on 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Four wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade fakes the handoff this time. Throws outside. It's caught by Marcus Clay, but he's going to be shy of the first down. In fact, no gain. Making the tackle, Xavier Wright, the 11th-year linebacker out of Florida. So Seattle will have to punt as their drive stalls out just shy of midfield. Dakota Cochran will come on. Cochran into punt. Gets the punt away. And that's going to go inside the 5 and into the end zone. Touchback. Arizona will have it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. 5:19 left here in the third quarter. Will Howard, some highlights. That was the 80-yard touchdown to Swan. And then that was the touchdown to Silas Bolden. We're tied at 14. And now the Cardinals have a chance to take the lead. They'll start from their own 20-yard line. 5:19 left to play here in the third quarter. On 1st and 10, Howard in the shotgun. Hands off to Kylan Johnson. He gets 6 yards out to the 26-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 4. Coming up on 5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. We're still tied at 14. Cardinals come out 4 wide. Howard under center. Howard draws back. Throws, coming across. Making the catch out to the 38-yard line. A gain of 12. That was Dwayne Dawson. A 12-yard gain. 1st and 10 Cardinals at their own 38-yard line. Cardinals come out, everybody in tight, just a single receiver set wide. Howard under center. Howard to Johnson. And Johnson picks up 3 to the 42-yard line. Leonard Smith, the safety, comes up and makes the tackle in his 11th year out of Utah State. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 42-yard line. 4:10 and counting here in the third. 4 wide, single back. Howard in the shotgun. Howard looking. Throws near side, and it bounces off of Bolden. Incomplete. And now the Cardinals face a 3rd and 7 from their own 42-yard line. Cardinals come out 4 wide. Single back. Howard in the shotgun. Howard draws back. Throws deep downfield, and it's knocked down. Incomplete. Broken up by Darnell Hubert, the rookie out of Hawaii. Going to bring up 4th down. Seahawks defense holds. Derek White will come on to punt. And gets the punt away. It'll be fielded at the 10-yard line. Bringing it back, Blake Gibson. out to the 16. And that's where Seattle will have it, 1st and 10. Excuse me. Live from State Farm Stadium, Glendale, Arizona, Week 15 here at Jammin' Sports. We're tied at 14 with 3:47 left here in the third quarter. So Devin Wade comes back out. Seahawks 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade hands off to Gilbert. And Gilbert breaking tackles. He gets additional yardage out to the 22-yard line. A gain of 6. He took a 2-yard gain and made it 6. And that'll bring up 2nd and 4. 3:25 and counting. We're still tied at 14. Seahawks come out in the eye. Fakes the handoff, throws downfield, caught by Rupert Jones. No, incomplete. James Granger knocked it down, the 9th-year safety out of Texas. And I took some cough medicine. 4 wide, 3rd and 4 from the 22-yard line. Wade in the shotgun. Wade looking, throws near side, caught by Colby Walker out to the 29. A gain of 7, picks up the first down. I can feel my sinuses draining down the back of my throat. It's causing me to cough. 1st and 10 for the Seahawks. At their own 29. 2:48 and counting here in the third quarter. Wade under center. Hands off to Gilbert. And Gilbert picks up 3 out to the 32-yard line. Owen Gregory on the tackle, the safety. Going to bring up 2nd and 7. .225 left to play here in the third. On 2nd and 7, Wade in the shotgun, 4 wide. Hands off to Gilbert. And Gilbert out to the 35-yard line. Be a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Seahawks. As we're coming up on 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Third and 5. 4 receivers set wide. Wade in the shotgun. Wade back, throws outside, caught by Gibson, out of bounds at the 35. He dropped it. Incomplete. Now they're saying he dropped it. To bring up 4th down. So the Cardinal defense holds, and Dakota Cochran will come in to punt. Cochran gets the punt away. From the 21-yard line on the return, Silas Bolden gets out to the 22-yard line. 1st and 10, Arizona from their own 22. We're tied at 14. The Seahawks have lost 2 in a row coming into this one. They were 11-1. If the Seahawks lose this, they have to win next week to win the division against San Francisco. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Howard hands off to Johnson. And Kylan Johnson out to the 36-yard line. A gain of 14. First down, Cardinals. On the tackle, number 34. That's Geno Floyd, the rookie safety out of Ohio State. 1st and 10 from the 36. Howard in the shotgun. 1st and 10, Howard to Johnson. Johnson gets nailed for a 2-yard loss. Leonard Smith, the safety, comes up and makes the tackle. And that'll bring up 2nd and 12. Coming up on a minute left to play here in the third quarter. We're still tied at 14. Cardinals come out, 4 wide. Howard in the shotgun. Howard hands off to Johnson. Johnson turns upfield, gets out to the 43. A gain of 9. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 3 for the Cardinals. Down to 42 seconds left here in the third quarter. On 3rd and 3 from the 43-yard line, Howard under center. Howard drops back, throws near side, and that's caught down the sideline. Making the catch is number 85. That's Riley Aaron, the rookie tight end out of Arizona, down to the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 16 yards and a Cardinal first down into Seahawk territory. This would be a major upset. This would be the biggest upset of the year when you look at the records of these two teams. Down to 17 seconds. 4 wide. Howard in the gun. Howard back. Howard looking. Throws. And it's knocked down. Incomplete. Leonard Smith locked it down. Or knocked it down, excuse me. 11 seconds left in the quarter. Be 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10 for the 41 in the I formation. Howard hands off to Johnson around the outside, and Johnson picks up 2 to the 39-yard line. And that will do it for the third quarter. We're still tied at 14 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to State Farm Stadium, Glendale, Arizona. We start the fourth quarter, 3rd and 8 for the Cardinals at the Seahawk 39. Tied at 14. Howard back. Howard in trouble, and he's going to get sacked. Back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 9. Leonard Smith on the safety blitz comes in and gets the sack. The 11th year safety out of Utah State. And that takes the Cardinals out of field goal range, and they'll have to punt. It'll be 4th and 17 for the Cardinals at the Seahawk 48-yard line. Back to punt will be Derek White. White gets the punt away. Aiming for the sideline, and it's going to be out of bounds at the 18-yard line. A 30-yard punt. Seahawks will take over at their own 18-yard line. We're tied at 14. 7:32 left in regulation. We could have overtime. First and 10 for the Seahawks. 3 wide to the far side. Wade in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Wade hands off to Gilbert. And Terry Gilbert picks up 5 to the 23-yard line. And that'll bring up 2nd and 5. Clock is moving. 7:15 and counting. Wade in the shotgun on 2nd and 5. Wade throws outside. Making the catch, Chris McKenzie out to the 29-yard line. A gain of 6. And that'll be a Seahawk first down. Chris McKenzie, the 3rd-year back out of Miami. First and 10 from the 29. Wade in the shotgun. Wade looking. Throws a screen pass to Gilbert. Turns upfield. And Terry Gilbert out to the 36-yard line. A gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd and 3. Clock is moving. 6:21 and counting. Seahawks come out 4 wide. Wade in the shotgun on 2nd and 3. Wade drops back, throws outside, caught by Gibson along the sideline out to the 41-yard line. A gain of 5. Blake Gibson on the catch. First down, Seahawks at their own 41. 6:08 left to play in regulation. We're tied at 14. 3 wide to the near side. Wade in the shotgun. Wade Hands off to Gilbert. And Gilbert gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. On the tackle, number 94. That's Kevin James, the sixth-year defensive tackle out of Iowa. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Seahawks at their own 41-yard line. Seahawks come out in the eye. Wade under center. Wade to Gilbert. Turns upfield, and Gilbert out to the 49-yard line. A gain of 9 to the Cardinal 49. It'll be 3rd and inches. 5:20 and counting. Big 3rd down for Seattle right here. 4 wide. Wade under center. Wade. Play action. Throws. Dumps it off to Colby Walker out to the 46. A gain of 3, and that'll be a Seattle 1st down. They keep the drive alive at the Cardinal 46-yard line. 4:50 and counting. We're tied at 14. Seahawks on the move. Wade in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Wade to Gilbert. And Gilbert gets something out of nothing. He actually gains 3 yards out to the 43-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7. Got something out of nothing. Jacob Barrett on the tackle, the rookie defensive tackle out of Oklahoma. 4:20 left to play. 4 wide for Seattle. Wade in the shotgun. Wade fakes the handoff. Throws outside. Caught by Gilbert. Out to the 39-yard line. A gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 3. Seattle not quite in field goal range yet. Another big 3rd down coming up for the Seahawks. 3rd and 3 from the Cardinal 39. 4 receivers set wide. Wade back. Wade in trouble. And Wade gets sacked back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 13 yards on the sack. Tim Lloyd, the linebacker, in his 11th year out of North Carolina State. Big play there by the Cardinal defense. And now the Seahawks will punt. Dakota Cochran comes in to punt. Under 4 minutes left to play. The clock is moving. Nobody has scored here in the second half so far. We were tied at 14 at halftime. Cochran back to punt. Gets the punt away. Aiming for the sideline. It's out of bounds. Nice punt at the 14-yard line. And that's where Arizona will take over, 1st and 10. 3:38 left to play. In regulation, we're tied at 14. Cardinals trying to get the biggest upset of the season if they could pull it off. It would really hurt Seattle, too. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Everybody in tight. Howard under center. Howard hands off to Kylan Johnson. It goes nowhere. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It'll be 2nd and 10. The Seahawks were right there to make the stop. 3.5 minutes left. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 14-yard line. Howard in the shotgun. Single back. Hands off to Johnson. And Johnson picks up 3 out to the 17-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd and 7. Jake Hughes on the tackle, the linebacker, in his 5th year out of Notre Dame. We're coming up on 3 minutes left to play. 3rd and 7 for the Cardinals now at their own 17. Cardinals come out. 2 backs in the backfield. Howard in the shotgun. Back to throw. Howard throws downfield. It's incomplete. They were looking for Jamison Keeley. It was broken up by Leonard Smith. The safety comes in there and breaks up the pass. It'll bring up 4th and 7. And the Cardinals will punt. Derek White comes in to punt again. White gets the punt away. And it's fair caught at the 38-yard line by Blake Gibson. So Seattle will get the ball back with another chance to take the lead. 2:41 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Plenty of time. Seattle has all three of their timeouts. All they need is a field goal to take the lead. This one going down to the wire, it looks like. Seahawks come out 4 wide. Wade under center. Wade. Play action, rolls out, throws, dumps it off to Gibson, who picks up 4 out to the 42-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 6. .222 and counting. Seattle at their own 42-yard line. 3 receivers to the near side. Wade in the shotgun. Wade looking, throws near side, caught by Colby Walker out to the 46. A gain of 4 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. That stops the clock with 2:07 left. Don't forget we have the Rams and the Raiders coming up next. We'll be in Vegas for that one. 4 wide on 3rd and 2. Wade under center. Wade. Play action, rolls out, throws, caught by Colby Walker out to the 36-yard line. As we reach the 2-minute warning, an 18-yard catch by Walker. 1st and 10 Seahawks at the Cardinal 36. Seattle trying to escape with a win here. 4 wide. Wade back on 1st down. Wade looking, throws, caught by Rupert Jones down to the 22-yard line. A gain of 14. 1st down Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the Cardinal 22. 1:45 and counting. Cardinals might want to take a timeout to conserve on time. 3 wide to the near side on 1st and 10. Wade hands off to Gilbert, and Gilbert loses a yard back to the 23-yard line as Robert Walls, the linebacker, makes the tackle. That'll bring up 2nd and 11. The Cardinals take a timeout. 1:21 left. Trying to conserve time. They have 2 timeouts remaining. It would be a 40-yard field goal from here. On 2nd and 11, the handoff to Gilbert. And Gilbert's going to lose another yard. Jordan Burham comes up, the defensive back, and makes the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 12, back at the 24-yard line. Big 3rd down for the Seahawks. Cardinals took a timeout. They have 1 left. 4 wide. Wade under center. 3rd and 12. Wade to Gilbert again. And Gilbert inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 4th down. This will be a 35-yard field goal attempt by Tom Davison to give the Seahawks the lead. Cardinals took their final timeout. So Davison from 35 yards to give the Seahawks the lead. Snap, kick is up, kick is good. Seattle leads it 17-14 with 1:09 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Davis in the house. Good to see you, Davis. We have the Rams and the Raiders after this. This is the first half of our doubleheader today. Seattle wraps up the NFC West with a win. And they also clinch home field advantage in the NFC playoffs with a win. Misty says hi there, Davis. Now the kickoff by Cochran from the 4-yard line on the return. And that's going to be Bolden, Silas Bolden, out to the 35-yard line. Not a bad return. Davis says, hey, girl, the Cardinals need 35 yards or so to get into field goal range to tie this one up. 1:04 left to play. 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. But the Cardinals are out of timeouts. 4 wide for Arizona. Howard in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Howard draws back. Howard in trouble. Howard gets sacked. Back at the 27-yard line. A loss of 9 on the play. Jacob Green on the tackle. Be 2nd and 19. The Cardinals will have to go to the hurry up. They're out of timeouts. Down to 45 seconds. Howard in the shotgun, 2nd and 19. Howard back. Throws down the middle. Caught by James Swan. Out to the 34-yard line. A gain of 8. They're out of timeouts. It does look good. I've been watching the trailers. It'll be 3rd and 11. We're down to 25 seconds. Cardinals are out of timeouts. 4 wide. Howard in the shotgun on 3rd and 11. Howard back. Howard throws quickly downfield. Nobody there. It'll be 4th down. And that stops the clock with 14 seconds left. Seahawks trying to hold on. Evil Dead's going to be 39 games over 500. Seattle, 1 play away from the division title. Howard back. Howard throws deep. And it's incomplete. Broken up by the linebacker, Wes Cochran. It'll be a turnover on downs. Seattle, NFC West champions, and the number 1 seed in the NFC. They wrap it all up tonight. Their game against the 49ers next week is meaningless now. Congrats to the Seahawks. In the victory formation. And we have a flag. Not sure what happened. Oh, delay a game. Evil Dead's here. Misty says hi, Evil Dead. Delay a game. So they'll just take a knee again. The Seahawks will be 12 and 3. The Cardinals will be 3 and 12. Rams Raiders up next. Wade takes a knee, and that'll do it. Your final score, Seattle 17, Cardinals 14. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. Rams Raiders up next. We'll see you then.